Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Podcast. Listen, speak. This is your cozy space to listen, repeat, shadow, and grow your English skills naturally, step by step. I'm Anna, and I'm really glad you're here, in today's episode. We're going to slow things down just like always. I'll speak clearly and simply, repeat key phrases, and give you the chance to shadow my voice. That means you can repeat after me, practice speaking, and build your confidence without pressure. Today's focus? Talking about your daily routine in English. And we're not just talking short answers. Nope, we're going deeper. You'll learn how to describe your full day in natural, complete sentences. Like, what do you do in the morning? What happens in your afternoon? What's your evening routine like? By the end of this session, you'll be able to confidently talk about your day in real, everyday English. Let's start with this question. Why is it even important to practice talking about your day in English? Well, here's the thing, your day is something you already know. You don't need to do research or memorize facts. You don't have to talk about history, politics, or science. You just have to talk about your real life. You can say things like, I wake up at 6. I have coffee and toast. I work from home. It's simple stuff, but it's powerful because it's real and useful. And when you practice talking about your actual day, you're building real English skills. You're thinking in English. You're forming complete thoughts. You're not just memorizing random vocabulary, you're using the language in context. That's the goal. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try, and the cool part, the more you do this, the more natural it feels. You'll stop translating in your head. You'll speak with more confidence. And yes, you'll sound more fluent over time. You meet someone new, and they ask, Hey, what did you do today? If you've practiced, it's easy to answer. I got up at 7, I went to work. I had some coffee and replied to emails. In the evening, I made dinner and watched a show. That's a full, natural response. That's communication. And that's exactly what we're working toward today. Even if you're studying alone, not in a classroom or feel shy, this practice still works. You can always start by talking about your own day. Here's a little exercise. What time did you wake up? What did you eat? Where did you go? What did you do this evening? Simple questions like these help you remember vocabulary, get used to forming full sentences, and reduce stress. Try doing this in the morning to talk about yesterday, or in the evening to reflect on today. You could even record yourself and listen back. Start small. 1 sentence today. 2 sentences tomorrow. Full story by next week. You've got this. Let's start with the morning routine. Morning is the best time to get into the English mindset. It sets the tone for the whole day, right? So let's walk through some simple morning sentences together. You can repeat after me like a shadow. Speak slowly. Don't rush. Ready? I usually wake up at 7 o'clock. Your turn. Sometimes I wake up earlier. Around 6:30, if I have a busy day. Now. If I go to bed late, I feel tired the next morning. Repeat that. I stay in bed for a few minutes and think about my day. Go ahead, try it. I like to take a deep breath and stretch my arms and legs. Your turn. Then I sit up slowly and get out of bed. Say it with me. I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth. Try it. I brush slowly and carefully for 2 minutes. Now. Your turn. Then I wash my face with cold water. Repeat after me. It helps me feel more awake. Good. Sometimes I take a quick shower, especially if I feel sleepy. Repeat it slowly. When I shower, I like to play soft music or listen to an English podcast. Try saying that too. After my shower, I dry off and get dressed. Your turn. I try to wear something clean and comfortable. Repeat that one. Sometimes I wear jeans and a t-shirt. Say it with me. If I have a meeting or class, I wear something a bit more formal. Good job. Now let's move to breakfast. Here are a few natural sentences to use when talking about breakfast. Repeat each one, slowly and clearly. Next, I go to the kitchen and make breakfast. Your turn. I usually eat something simple like toast, eggs, and fruit. Try saying it. Sometimes I have cereal with milk and a banana. Repeat that one. If I have more time, I make an omelette or oatmeal. Go ahead. I like to eat slowly and enjoy my food. Say that out loud. I drink coffee most mornings. Repeat it. Sometimes I drink green tea because it feels light and fresh. Now your turn. While I eat, I sometimes watch a short video or check the news. Repeat that sentence. Other days, I just enjoy the quiet and listen to the birds outside. Try it out. Getting ready to leave. Let's finish the morning section with what happens before leaving the house. Before I leave, I check my phone. Your turn. I look at the time and read my messages. Say it with me. I check my calendar to see if I have any meetings or appointments. Repeat slowly. I pack my bag with everything I need, my phone, notebook, keys, and a water bottle. Then I put on my shoes and head out the door. Repeat that last one. Shadow this short morning story now. I'll tell you a full short story about a typical morning. Listen first, then shadow each line. You can pause after each sentence to repeat. Let's begin. In the morning. I usually wake up at around 7 o'clock. Sometimes I wake up earlier if I have a lot to do. I lie in bed for a few minutes and think about the day. I stretch my arms, yawn a little, and slowly get up. Then I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth for 2 full minutes. After that, I wash my face with cold water. It really helps me wake up. If I feel sleepy, I take a warm shower. I often listen to relaxing music while I shower. It helps me feel calm and focused. After the shower, I put on clean clothes and check my hair in the mirror. Next, I go into the kitchen and make breakfast. I usually eat toast with butter and jam and sometimes a boiled egg. I drink a big cup of coffee, very important for me in the morning. While I eat, I sit by the window and look outside. Sometimes I hear birds singing and enjoy that quiet moment. Before I leave, I check my phone, look at the time, and review my to-do list. Then I get my bag, put on my jacket and shoes, and step outside to begin my day. Great work! That's your full morning routine practiced in clear, slow English. In the next section, we'll cover what to say during the afternoon, whether you're working, studying, or just taking care of things at home. Alright, now let's move into the afternoon. The afternoon can be busy. It's when most people are working, studying, or taking care of things around the house. But even during a packed day, there are still chances to practice English. You might be at your desk, walking outside, or even cooking lunch. Whatever you're doing, you can repeat simple English sentences out loud, listen to this podcast, or try shadowing. Just 5 or 10 minutes can make a big difference. Let's walk through some common afternoon sentences together. I'll say them slowly, and you repeat after me. Ready? After lunch, I go back to work. Your turn. Sometimes I feel a little sleepy after I eat. Repeat that. I check my emails and answer the important ones first. Say it out loud. I often read messages from coworkers or classmates. I usually have 1 or 2 meetings in the afternoon. Repeat after me. Sometimes I meet with a client or my manager to talk about tasks. Say that again. If I work from home, I sit at my desk and open my laptop. Repeat that line. I type reports or prepare presentations. Now your turn. I also check my calendar to see what I need to do next. Repeat that slowly. I like to keep my desk clean and organized. Say it out loud. It helps me think clearly. Repeat. Cut to a visual of tea, fresh air, and small breaks. Let's talk about breaks. Everyone needs them even during a busy day. Here are some sentences about taking a break in the afternoon. I usually take a short break around 3 o'clock. I make a cup of tea or drink some water. Say that out loud. Sometimes I eat a small snack like fruit or a biscuit. Repeat it. If I have time, I go for a short walk to get some fresh air. Now your turn, even. Just 10 minutes outside helps me feel better. Say it again. If the weather is nice, I walk around the block or sit in the sun. Repeat slowly. Afternoon English practice. Even if you're busy in the afternoon, you can always find a small moment. For English, here's how to make that time count. When I have free time in the afternoon, I study English. Repeat that. Sometimes I listen to a podcast while I take a walk. Say it with me. Other times, I read a short article or a story online. Repeat it. I also watch slow English videos to help with listening. I repeat short phrases out loud to practice speaking. Say it again. Shadowing helps me speak more fluently and clearly. Your turn. Cut to visual of writing in a notebook, planning the day before finishing work or study. It's helpful to reflect on your progress. Let's go through a few sentences you can use at the end of your afternoon. Before I finish work, I write down what I did today. Repeat that. This helps me stay organized and ready for tomorrow. Say it out loud. Sometimes I write one new word I learned today. Repeat that. I like to review my English notebook before I stop for the day. Say it slowly. Let's shadow a full afternoon story now. I'll tell you a short story about my afternoon routine. Listen closely, then pause after each sentence to repeat. Shadowing like this helps you match tone, rhythm, and pronunciation. Here we go. After lunch, I usually go back to my desk to continue working. I check my emails and write a to-do list for the afternoon. I often have a video meeting with my team. We talk about what we finished in the morning and what we will do next. The meetings are usually short, about 30 minutes. After the meeting, I take a short break. I walk to the kitchen and make a cup of tea or black coffee. I drink slowly while standing near the window. Sometimes I step outside to get some fresh air. If I have free time, I use it to study English. One usually listen to a podcast like this one or read a short story. Sometimes I watch a video where the speaker talks slowly. I pause the video and repeat the sentences. This is called shadowing. It helps me speak more naturally and understand better. Before I stop working, I write down a short summary of what I did. I also write one sentence in English to describe how I feel. For example, I finished all my work today and I feel proud. Or, I didn't study much today, but I'll try again tomorrow. This helps me reflect and stay motivated. Tom, voiceover. Okay, now it's your turn. You can pause this video right now and take a few minutes to talk about your afternoon. Use simple sentences. Don't worry about grammar or being perfect. Just say what you usually do after lunch. If you work, study, or relax. How your afternoon feels: busy, calm, or somewhere in between. Even 3 or 4 lines is great. The goal is to speak, not to be perfect. Let's use sentence starters to help you talk about your afternoon. Let's try some sentence starters. I'll say the beginning of a sentence and you try to finish it. Here we go. In the afternoon, I usually... Go ahead, complete the sentence. After lunch, I like to... Your turn. Sometimes I feel... Say what comes to mind. I usually take a break at... You've got this. Before the afternoon ends, Good job. You can come back and try this again later if you need more time. The important thing is that you're practicing speaking. Quick recap. Let's review a few things we talked about in the afternoon section. After lunch, return to work or study. Check emails, attend meetings, or work on projects. Take a short break to refresh. Use small windows of free time to study English. Practice shadowing with videos or podcasts. Reflect at the end of the afternoon. Write, think, speak. That's a powerful afternoon routine. You're doing great. In the next part, we'll dive into the evening, a time to relax, reflect, and recharge. Now let's move into the evening, the time of day when things slow down a little. Evening is when you come home. Relax, maybe eat with your family or spend time doing things you enjoy. It's also a perfect time to reflect on your day and to use a bit of English. Even just a few simple sentences at night can help you build a habit. Let's start with some easy evening phrases you can repeat. I'll go slow. You repeat after me. I come home at 6 o'clock in the evening. I take off my shoes and sit down to rest for a few minutes. Say it with me. Sometimes I watch the news or listen to music to relax. Repeat that one. I cook dinner or order food if I feel tired. Now you try. I eat dinner at the table with my family. Repeat it. We talk about our day and share stories. Say that again. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and wash the dishes. Sometimes I go for a short walk after dinner. Repeat it. Scene. A peaceful walk in the evening. Taking a walk in the evening is a great habit. It helps you relax your mind. You can even use this time to speak English to yourself. Let's keep practicing. Before bed, I read a book or listen to calming music. Say it with me. I take a shower and brush my teeth. Repeat that one. I go to bed around 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Nice and slow. Repeat it. I try to sleep early so I feel good the next day. Say it again. These are all natural things you can say about your evening. They're simple, but very useful. The more you say them, the easier they become. My evening story. Shadow practice now. Let me tell you a short story about my typical evening. Listen carefully and repeat after each sentence. Pause if you need to. Shadowing is most helpful when you copy my rhythm and tone. Here's my evening routine. After work, I come home around 6 o'clock. I take off my shoes and sit down on the couch to relax. I check my phone for a few minutes and drink a glass of water. Then, I head into the kitchen to prepare dinner. On most days, I cook something simple like rice and vegetables. Sometimes I make pasta or soup if I have more time. I listen to soft music while I cook. It helps me unwind. Around 7 o'clock, I sit down at the table and eat my meal. I like to eat slowly and enjoy each bite. If I'm not too tired, I talk with my family during dinner. We ask each other about our day and tell funny stories. After dinner, I clean up the kitchen and wash the dishes. Then, I might take a walk around the neighborhood. I like walking after dinner. The streets are quiet and the air is cool. If I stay inside, I read a book or watch a TV show. Around 9:30, I start getting ready for bed. I brush my teeth and wash my face. Sometimes I write in my journal before sleeping. I go to bed around 10:30 or 11. I like to lie down and think about my day before I fall asleep. Then I close my eyes and rest. That's a simple evening story. You can do the same. Just think about your evening and speak out loud. What time do you eat? What do you like to do before bed? Do you go for a walk or relax with a book? Say it, even just a few lines. This helps your brain connect English to your real life. Your turn to speak. Evening edition. Let's try it together. I'll say the beginning of a sentence and you finish it. Ready? In the evening, I usually go ahead, say your routine. After dinner, I like to, now your turn. Sometimes before bed, I say something that fits your evening. I go to bed. Around, what time do you sleep? Great. This is how we build confidence. One line at a time. Scene. A gentle night sky with stars. Now, let's do a quick recap of everything from today. We talked about morning routines, waking up, brushing your teeth, eating breakfast. Afternoon activities, working, studying, taking breaks, doing meetings. Evening habits, cooking, relaxing, spending time with family, and going to bed. Throughout this episode, you practice listening, repeating, and speaking. You learned how to use short, natural sentences about your real
day.
Practice shadowing to improve your speaking. Think in English without needing to translate. And the best part? You can come back to this anytime. Each time you listen and repeat, your English gets stronger. Talk about your day. Simple guide here's how you can practice on your own every day. Step 1. Ask yourself, what did I do today? Say it out loud. Step 2. Answer in simple sentences. Like, I woke up at 7. I made coffee. I went to work. I ate dinner and watched TV. That's it. No stress, no pressure. Just real English. Step 3. Do it again tomorrow. And the next day. Each time, your vocabulary gets better. Your sentences get smoother. Your confidence grows. Even if you're alone, even if no one else is around, you can speak English out loud. You can do it in the mirror, or while walking, or before bed. That's how real progress happens. Bit by bit. Sentence by sentence. Final words for today. I've just completed a full routine practice. That's amazing. You've repeated real sentences, shadowed full stories, spoken about your own day in English. That is true speaking practice. And it's the kind that builds fluency. So be proud of what you did today. And remember, this is not just a lesson. This is a tool you can use every day. Come back to this video often. Listen again. Shadow again. Add more to your story. Each time you'll feel more confident. You'll speak more naturally. That's how English becomes part of your life.
Thanks
for spending this time with me. You're doing something powerful. You're not just learning English, you're living it. Keep speaking, keep listening. And most of all, keep believing in yourself. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Welcome back. Now that you've practiced talking about your morning, afternoon, and evening, let's take things a step further. Let's talk about how you can turn this into a daily English routine. You don't need a classroom or a teacher. You just need a few minutes, your voice, and your own life. Let's build a real habit speaking in English every day. And we'll do it by talking about your daily routine. Your real life. In your real words, why daily practice works. Let me ask you something. Can you remember what you did yesterday? Yes? Great. That's all you need to start speaking English. You can use your day, your actual experiences to speak English naturally. Let's say yesterday. You woke up at 7:30, had breakfast, worked or studied, then relaxed in the evening. That's already a full story. And here's the good news. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to try. Every time you describe your day in English, you're training your brain to think and speak in English. That's powerful. So even if it's just one or two sentences today, that's a win. Tomorrow it might be 5. And the next day, maybe a full story. Let's practice again. My full daily routine. I'll now share my full day again. But this time, a little faster and more naturally. You can listen first, then try to shadow after. I usually wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I lie in bed for a few minutes before getting up. I brush my teeth and wash my face. Then I have a quick shower to help me wake up. I go to the kitchen and make breakfast, usually toast and eggs with a cup of coffee. While eating, I look at my phone, check my messages, and read the news. Then I pack my bag, put on my shoes, and head out the door. I take the bus to work. It takes about 30 minutes. When I get to work, I check emails and attend a few meetings. I usually have lunch around 12:30, something quick like a sandwich or noodles. In the afternoon, I work on projects and sometimes take a short break with tea. After work, I come home, relax a bit, and cook dinner. I eat around 7 o'clock, clean up the kitchen, and take a short walk. Then I read a little or watch TV. Around 10:30, I brush my teeth and get ready for bed. I try to sleep by 11 o'clock to feel fresh for the next day. That's my typical day. Not too exciting, right? But it's full of English you can practice. Now it's your turn. Your turn. Create your own routine. Let's do it together. I'll guide you step by step. You just fill in the blanks with your own answers. Ready? In the morning, I wake up at underscore. I usually underscore after I get out of bed. For breakfast, I eat underscore and drink underscore. In the afternoon. After lunch, I usually underscore. I work on underscore or study underscore. Around 3 o'clock, I take a break and underscore. In the evening, I come home at underscore. For dinner, I eat underscore. I relax by underscore. Before bed, I underscore and go to sleep at underscore. You see? You just told your full daily routine. In English. You can pause this video anytime to fill in more details. Even better, write these down or say them out loud to yourself. The more you do it, the more fluent you become. Add more details each day. Now, here's a tip to make your routine even more helpful. Add one new detail every day. For example, I usually eat toast. Tomorrow you can add, I make toast with strawberry jam. Next time you might say, I make toast with jam and eat it while reading the news. You don't need long sentences. Just small pieces that grow over time. This helps you build vocabulary naturally. Practice when you can and have a lot of time. No problem. You can practice even when you're brushing your teeth, taking a shower, walking to school, or work cooking a meal. Just speak your routine out loud. Or even in your mind. Even thinking in English is a form of practice. Let's say you're cooking. You could say, now I'm washing vegetables. I cut the onions. I cook with oil in a hot pan. Or if you're walking, say, I'm walking to the bus stop. The sun is bright today. I hear birds singing. Real life is full of speaking practice. You just have to notice it. Keep a simple English journal. Want to go one step further? Try writing down your routine in a small notebook. Every night, write a few sentences about your day. Like, today I woke up at 6:30. I felt tired. I ate cereal and went to work. After lunch, I was sleepy, but I finished all my work. This is a great way to review vocabulary, practice writing, reflect on your day, and you don't need to write a lot. Just 3 to 5 sentences is enough. If you do this every day, your writing and thinking will improve fast. Build a habit that sticks. Here's a challenge for you. Speak English for just 3 minutes a day about your routine. That's it. You can talk about what you did this morning, what you're doing right now, what you plan to do tonight. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need fancy vocabulary. You just need to speak. Start today. And do it again tomorrow. 3 minutes. That's all it takes to build a real habit. Let's review. Key points before we end today's session. Let's quickly review what you've learned. You can describe your day in English using real, simple sentences. You practiced listening, repeating, and shadowing. You used your own life to practice speaking. You learned how to build a habit by speaking for just a few minutes a day. You saw how a small routine like brushing teeth or cooking can become great speaking practice. You now have a way to turn your daily routine into real English fluency. That's powerful. You don't need to memorize a textbook. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going, one sentence at a time. Tom, voiceover. Keep up the amazing work. In the next part, we'll give you tools to expand your daily speaking from simple routines to more complex expressions. Hey again. You've come so far already practicing your daily routine, speaking out loud, thinking in English. That's amazing progress. Now, let's go one step further. In this final part, we'll learn how to grow your English from simple daily sentences into more natural conversations. That means using linking words, showing emotion, and talking about what you think and feel, not just what you do. This is how you move from beginner to confident speaker, linking your ideas so far. You've said things like, I wake up at 7, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast. That's a great start.
Now,
Let's connect those sentences using simple words like then after that, because so, but, and here's an example. I wake up at 7, then I brush my teeth. After that, I take a shower because it helps me feel fresh. See, it sounds more like a story now. Let's try one together. Repeat after me. I get home around 6. Then I sit down and rest for a few minutes. I was tired today, so I took a short nap. I love cooking, but I don't always have time. These simple words help you sound more natural and fluent, talking about thoughts and feelings. English isn't just about actions. It's about expression. Let's add some sentences that show how you feel or what you think. Repeat these after me. I felt tired in the morning, but coffee helped. I was a little stressed, so I went for a walk. I felt happy because I finished all my tasks. I'm proud of myself for speaking English today. I want to get better every day. These emotional and reflective sentences make your English more powerful and more personal. Add variety to your vocabulary now. Let's talk about making your English more colorful. Instead of always saying, I eat, try, I grab a bite, I have a quick lunch, I make something simple. Instead of, I feel tired, you can say, I feel drained, I'm a bit low on energy, I'm worn out. Small changes equals big impact. But remember, this comes with time. For now, even if you say, I eat lunch, that's completely okay. You don't need to sound fancy to speak well. You just need to speak a day with more detail. Shadow this story. Let's now go through a sample day that includes linking words, feelings, and variety. I'll speak first, pause after each line, and repeat. Ready? Let's go. I woke up at 6:30 this morning. I stayed in bed for a few minutes because I was still sleepy. Then I got up, brushed my teeth, and took a warm shower. After that, I made a quick breakfast, just toast and tea. I felt a little tired, but the shower and food helped. I checked my phone, saw a few messages, and replied to them. I packed my bag, put on my shoes, and left for work. It was cold outside, but the sky was clear and beautiful. On the way, I listened to an English podcast. At work, I had a meeting. It was a bit long, but useful. After lunch, I felt sleepy, so I took a short walk. Later, I finished a big task I had been working on. That made me feel proud. In the evening, I made dinner and ate while watching a short show. Now I'm writing in my English journal. I feel good about my day. I practice speaking and I'm learning little by little. Now it's your turn. You can use this format to talk about your own day. Don't worry about using the same words. That's how we learn. Use a weekly routine tracker if you want to stay motivated. Here's an idea. Create a weekly speaking tracker. It can be super simple. Just a small notebook or piece of paper. Write down the days of the week. And every day you speak or write something in English. Even just 1 minute, put a check mark. Like this. Day spoken English. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you'll start to see your effort add up. And that feels amazing. Consistency beats perfection every time. What if you make mistakes? Let me be honest with you. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a language, even native speakers. Making mistakes is not failure. It's part of the process. The more you speak, the more you learn what sounds right and what doesn't. So instead of saying, "Oh no, I made a mistake," say this. "Great. I learned something new today." That mindset will help you go far. Take your English into the real world once you're comfortable talking about your daily routine. Here's what you can do next. Try saying your plans for tomorrow in English. Tomorrow, I'll wake up early and go to the gym. Then I'll meet a friend for lunch. Try talking about your weekend. Last Saturday, I went shopping and watched a movie. It was relaxing. Try describing how you feel. Today was stressful, but I handled it well. Even small conversations with yourself can build big confidence. Bonus practice prompts. Here are a few bonus prompts you can use each day to expand your routine. What did I do today that I enjoyed? What was something difficult about my day? Did I learn something new? What do I want to do better tomorrow? What's one word I used today in English? You can answer just one per day. Use it as a warm-up or cool down. You're not just learning English, you're using it if you've made it this far. I want to say something important. You're not just studying English, you're using English, you're speaking it, writing it, thinking in it. That's real progress. That's real learning, whether you're a student, a worker, a parent, or just someone starting their English journey. Be proud of yourself. Tom, voiceover. So what's next? Keep practicing your routine. Keep adding details. Keep speaking even. Just for a few minutes a day. And come back to this video anytime you want to review. This is your space, your time, your English, and you're doing amazing. I'm Tom from English Unleashed, and I'm proud of how far you've come. Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and most of all, keep believing in yourself. See you soon.